Okay lads, so I'm just going to run through question 5 there that you had for homework. Okay, and you'll be doing more questions then on this today. So this is the last day of this. So I'll go through this question slowly. So I'm going to label my 2 points, 1 and 2. Okay. And the first thing I'm going to do then is I'm going to get either x or y on its own. It doesn't matter. So I'm just going to say x for this question, but it doesn't matter. Okay, and we're going to use the equation without the squareds on it. Okay, so we're going to use equation 1 here, because my equation 1 has no squareds in it. And equation 1 is x minus y is equal to 1. So I want what x on its own, so I need to get rid of that y. So I'm going to add y to both sides. Okay. So x then is equal to, because plus y minus y is 0, 1 plus y, or y plus 1. And I'm going to call that equation 3. So then what I'm going to do is, I know x is, I need to solve for x and y. When these two equations are equal, that's when the point of intersection is. So that's essentially what we're trying to do, is find when these two equations are equal. Okay, so I've rearranged equation 1 to get x on its own, and now I'm going to sub in for x into equation 2. Okay. So my equation 2 is x squared plus y squared is equal to 13. Okay, now if you need to pause that video or rewind or anything, just do, okay? So we know that x squared plus y squared is equal to 13, but we know that x is equal to 1 plus y, or y plus 1, whichever way you want to do it. So 1 plus y to be squared plus y squared is equal to 13. So now we're going to solve for y. We only have y's here, so we're going to solve for y. Okay, so 1 plus y is squared, so I'm going to rewrite that out as 2 separate brackets. Okay, plus my y squared is equal to 13. So 1 multiplied by 1, so I might use some colours. So 1 by 1 is just 1. Okay. And 1 by y is plus y. And then y by 1 is plus y. And then y by y is y squared. Plus our y squared is equal to 13. Okay. So the only number on this side is 1, plus 1y plus 1y is 2y, plus y squared plus y squared is 2y squared is equal to 13. So I want everything, all my terms on the left hand side, so I need to get rid of that 13, so I'm going to take off 13 off both sides. And I'm going to write that as y squared y plus a number, so 2 y squared plus 2y plus 1 minus 13 is minus 12 is equal to 0. 13 take away 13 is 0. So I can actually divide across there by 2. Okay, everything there is divisible by 2, so I'm going to divide across by 2 just to make life a bit easier for me. So you don't have to do this, it just makes life easier. So 2y squared divided by 2 is y squared, plus 2y divided by 2 is just y, minus 5 plus is a minus, and 12 divided by 2 is 6. And that's equal to 0 there. Okay, so again we're using our guide rule. And remember to use our guide rule. What we're doing is the last number here multiplied by the number in front of our x squared. So that's like 6 by 1 there, which is just 6. And then we're writing out all our factors as 6. So 1 by 6 is 6, and 2 by 3 is 6. And then I'm going to use one of them that gives me back 1. So if I rewrite my y then, using my 2 and my 3, so y squared plus 3y minus 2y minus 6 is equal to 0. Okay, so plus 3y minus 2y is 1y. And then we're factorizing, so we're using our first two terms, and we're taking out what's in common, and we're using our second two terms, and we're taking out what's in common. Okay, so we have to do this every time we're trying to factorize there, okay? So what's common between my x squared and my 3y is my y, so I'm taking that out, open up my bracket. Y squared divided by y is just y, it's a plus, and 3y divided by y is just 3. So close my bracket. Okay, so if I multiply back out that bracket, so y by y is y squared plus 3 by y is 3y. What's in common in the second two terms there? There's a minus 2 that divides into both. Okay, so minus 2y divided by minus 2, I'm going to be left with just y. And I have a minus here, and I already have a minus, so the two signs need to be different. Okay, to get back this minus, my two signs need to be different. I already have a minus, so it needs to be a plus. And 6 divided by 2 is 3, and it's equal to 0. Okay. So now what I can do is I can write what's outside the brackets into one bracket, so y minus 2 and y plus 3 is equal to 0. So that's it fully factorized. Now I can solve for my y, because y minus 2 is equal to 0, or y plus 3 is equal to 0. One of them has to be true because my answer is 0. Okay, so that means one of these must be 0, or both. So I can solve for my y now. So I want y is equal to, so I have a minus 2 here, so I'm going to add 2 to both sides. So y plus minus 2 plus 2 is 0 is equal to 0 plus 2 is 2. Or I have y plus 3, I want to know what y is equal to, so I'm going to take off 3 off both sides. So y plus 3 minus 3 is 0 is equal to 0 minus 3 is minus 3. So there are my two values now for my y. So I have two values when my y, for my y in those two, in the line and the circle. So I have two y's where they're the same, so that means I'm going to have 2 points. So going back up to equation 3 then, let's zoom this out a bit. So that's kind of hard to see there, but equation 3 we have x is equal to 1 plus y. So now we know what y's are equal to, we can actually find what our x is equal to. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. So we're gonna find the value of x using equation 3. Okay, so our equation 3 was, that's when we got x on its own. So we found that x was equal to 1 plus y. Okay, but now we know that y is equal to 2, and we know y is equal to minus 3. So we need to find the values for x for both of those. Okay, so x then is equal to 1 plus y, my y is 2. So x is equal to 1 plus 2 is 3. And for my other one then, x is equal to 1 plus y, but my y is a minus, so it's going to be minus 3. X then is equal to 1 minus 3 is minus 2. So now I know what my y's are equal, and now I know what my x are equal to. So I can say then that the point of intersection, or points, because there's 2 points, are when x is equal to 3, y is equal to 2. And okay, so these two have to match together, because when x is equal to 3, y is equal to 2. So these two have to go together, okay? And when x is equal to minus 2, y is equal to minus 3. Okay? So points of intersection 3, 2 and minus 2, 3. Okay? So my x is 3 when my y is 2. So 3, 2. When x is equal to minus 2, my y is minus 3. They have to be matched up correctly, otherwise we're losing a few marks there at the end needlessly. Okay? So I hope that's okay, lads. Again, it's the same method all the time. It's the same steps, just different numbers. Okay, so the more you do these, the easier it's going to be. So this is the last day we're going to do these, but we will be doing these again when we come on to Algebra 2. Okay, so we will be coming back to them. We will be revisiting them. Alright.